021 up on top there. And there's a line, and it's all in red, just because it's bright. Uh, not not red versus anything that you might dread. Then an A10. Now it might like an AIO, but it's an A10. That's a tank buster. And then drones. The drones are like you got remote control. Did do you got well, if you do, then like I do to some extent. That's how I got here to some extent, but like it depends on which extent, I suppose. Anyway, so drones and A10s. Now, an A10, what an A10 is, it's like if you're a pilot and there are people have the misfortune of actually being on the ground, you kind of don't want to PO anybody in an A10 because they kind of like gotta reach out and touch someone like when it comes to like people on the ground doing bad things. At least if our government is a good government. Now, okay, now drones. Somebody in like some like really groovy state like New Jersey that like has official traffic jams, unlike Phoenix that just sort of has this high speed version thereof. Anyway, drones. Somebody can be in a video land and like after like having a 12 pack or so can say, well, that like nano chip says that like that's a bad car, and so I'll just push that button and then the bad guys, I got the bad guys. Now the difference between an A10 tank buster, also called the Warthog, is that there's a real live human being inside the A10. And it's an MFR. It's like you don't want to be like in a vehicle with an A10 on your butt because it's sort of like I don't like using Japanese terms, so it's sort of like and I like actually post-Nazi. It's sort of like see you next time, like and I hope it's soon. Anyway, at least there's a human being in control of the vehicle that's in the air. Now, a vehicle that was in the air has freaking appeared, and there were a couple American souls, but there were a couple of Chinese souls, like more than 100, and this is Air Malaysia thing that's happening today, being um, three. This is the A10 part. 3/10, 2014. See, there's a difference. Now, if it was a drone, you wouldn't even have to be watching this because, like, a drone could have said, "Well, I did it, man," and well, the collateral damage or something. Anyway, uh, uh, Oscar 211010, one of 7 billion.